Okay, so I am Glenn McGroggy, and I'm going to interview Like a Girl for Tarantula Tapes tonight. Who are we talking to, and what do you do in the band?
I'm Victoria. I yell a lot and kind of play guitar.
I'm Steph. I yell behind Victoria and I also play guitar.
And I'm Pandora. I don't yell at all and I play drums.
Nice.
And you have one more member, Kate. She plays bass and sings sweetly in the background. Makes us look good.
Okay. How long have you been together? How'd you get together?
We've had like a couple versions of this band. So the first one was me and Kate about, I think 4 years ago. We were dating guys who were in the same band. So we'd always go to their shows. And I was like, dude, like, this is fun, but I think that we could maybe do this. Like, do you want to start a band with me? I'm like, I want to start a band. She's like, I don't play any instruments. I'm like, me neither. I have this bass. I'll bring it over to your place. I'll go buy a guitar. I'll learn power chords. And then we just started playing like Gigantic by Pixies and I think Brain Stew. Those were like the first two songs we learned. And yeah, our friend Jesse, we ran into him at the asylum one night and just straight up we actually followed him around the bar. It was kind of embarrassing and we're like stalking him and staring at him. And he finally came up to us and was like, do you guys want something? And we're like, do you want to be in our band? Like, we don't know how to play instruments, but he's such a great drummer. And he said yes. So then we were a band together for about a year and Jesse moved away. So it kind of fizzled out. But then I met Steph.
Yeah. Oh, I guess this is where
I'm passing the baton.
Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, I met Vic. She actually came to a show. I was playing in another band. And after we ended up just talking and she's like, do you want to join our band? We want to get started again. And I was like, absolutely. Because I actually had seen them play with Pantychrist. And I was like, oh my God, if they ever need another guitar player, I hope they find me. And she did. So
Nice.
Yeah, that was the start of that. And Pandora, I guess we'll pass it to you. But yeah. I guess this band has a history of like stalking someone to be their drummer. Not stalking, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so a mutual friend of all of ours told Vic and everybody that I played drums, which I hadn't in years. And then she came back and told me, my friends are trying to make a band, they need a drummer. And I was horrified because I didn't know if I knew how to still play drums. And then they all just like swindled me into going. And then it was cool. That's
you
literally
showed up,
it.
man. You showed up and you killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die, but like it was fine.
So
Yeah.
this version of the band's been together for how long?
2 years. About.
2 years?
Yeah, a little
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain the name of the band.
It just like means nothing. I don't know, like like a girl, what does that even mean? We had like a guy in the first edition of this band. And I don't know, for me it's just kind of like going against a stereotype. Like I don't think usually are so gross and yell, and so I don't think being a girl means that much. So
okay. I thought maybe it was a play on, they always, there's that
you play
saying,
like a girl,
you throw like a girl or whatever,
too, yeah.
Right? Like, and it's kind of like a negative stereotype. So it's kind of a play on that, I guess.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Okay. How about influences? What are the influences on your band sound?
Yeah, I don't know. Like we like similar music, but then we all like some different music too. And I feel like we all kind of bring our own stuff into it, but it's mostly probably powered by our friendship and just our experience in life, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're more influenced less by certain types of music. Like we weren't all like, well, we all really love Nirvana, let's make this band. It was more like it's like we all have a lot of stuff in common, and so let's make this band.
Yeah, and stuff we want to say or like express, you know, it's more that than any particular sound, I think. I don't know.
Similar experiences and messages, like yeah, for sure.
Plus, all of our music taste is so different.
Yeah.
Like when we were driving to River and Sky, Steph and I are like broing out about Queens of the Stone Age, and then I don't remember you guys are
And
listening
like
to
metal.
yeah, and then like you guys are listening to like 90s pop.
Yeah, I'm like,
So-
yo, listen, if we let the dogs out, it was so good.
Yeah.
And then you all are embarrassed to be in a band with us, whatever.
Oh.
You're from Sudbury, correct?
Mhm.
Yep.
Is that maybe an influence? Being in a sort of remote area of Ontario, I guess. Is it that remote? Is there like I know of a few bands from there, like the Therapists and their name escapes me now.
Lightmares, probably. Is what you're
That's
thinking.
it, Lightmares.
Yep.
But yeah, like there's a couple places to play up there, I guess.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And I think just like they're used like Lightmares actually they had a garage that and they put on shows there with their dad.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Lamard's Garage. So I grew up going to those shows like when I was 15, 16, 17, 18. And all types of bands played there.
Mhm.
And a lot of local bands. Like I saw people my age who were like playing music. And even though I didn't play back then, it definitely had like a huge influence on me wanting to play now, for sure.
Yeah, I would say the same for me because, like, yeah, I'm a bit older than you, I guess, Vic, but I grew up here going to punk and metal shows, and they were kind of in different spots downtown. And actually, that's why I was so stoked about this band. Is I always wanted to play in a band with a bunch of my girlfriends, like,
Yeah.
and rock out because everywhere I went, I felt like I couldn't see anybody that kind of looked like me, or you know what I mean.
Totally.
Lots of like testosterone, you know,
Yeah.
which
Definitely.
is fine, but
Yeah.
this is great also. So
Nice to be able to relate. you
yeah.
know?
Okay, so who writes the songs? Is it a combination of everybody writing, or is it one person writing the lyrics, or how do you guys do that?
It's pretty collaborative. Like Steph's got all these like amazing riffs, and then I come in with like a chorus or something, a melody, and we just get them to make out a bunch, and then something is born. And then then we got Pandy and Kate coming in and adding things to that, and it's very collaborative for sure.
Yeah,
Is
like
it-
it doesn't usually end up the same as what like Vic and Steph will bring it us, like whatever, like Kate and I will like listen to them play whatever, and then by the time we're like sorted with it and it's like an actual song, it's not what it was.
Yeah,
Very
transform.
everybody.
So is it everybody writing lyrics as well, or
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like mostly me.
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah, Steph's come to the table with stuff too, and the other girls have given ideas, and yeah.
Okay. Okay, I have to ask this.
Here we go.
Dirty Dorito hands.
I knew it.
Is there,
on
a,
a true
is there a
story.
story behind it?
Yes, there is, Glenn.
Okay.
My second boyfriend, who I will not divulge the name, don't worry.
Don't have to.
Loved eating Doritos. Like he ate them so
Okay.
much that like the plaque in your teeth, his plaque kind of turned orange, and in like the cuticles of his fingers were also like kind of orange, and like underneath his fingernails. And you know what? Love is blind. One day it's not. So I don't mean any ill feelings towards him or anything. It's just a funny thing. I just came up with the chorus one day. Please don't touch me with your dirty Dorito hands. And
My favorite line is, where you say, "This is why we can't have nice things."
And we didn't.
Because I say that all the time. And I just love that line and always wanted to use it in a song. So
Yeah. Still use it in a song. It works.
it totally does.
Yeah, I like funny lyrics like that are like written from like a diary. I really liked like Pinkerton by Weezer, and I love Everything by Blink-182. So that I guess lyrically inspires me.
Okay. Tell us about your tape.
I think Steph named
it's
it.
green.
You named it, right?
What's that?
You named the tape.
Yeah. Well, just because, we're kind of going for the whole, like, if we were all friends when we were younger and we knew each other, it'd be like one of those tributes to, like, it's our first release. So it's going to be like, got this like teenage flair to it. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm messing this up, but
No.
we just named it to be ironic and really play out this like dumb, like, like whatever, we're girls, you know what I mean? And just, even though that's not how we are, we thought we'd just play with that a bit.
Well, yeah. Plus, like, we all like did like little cootie catchers and like magic 8-ball, ask it a question, and like that's just like a thing that girls
do.
I mean, like generally boys probably do too. But
I had one of those when I was a kid. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's just like a semi-universal experience for like a lot of people, so being relatable.
Yeah, and like I feel like maybe we each have similar stories where like when we were teenagers or kids, we didn't really feel comfortable, in our femme bodies. So now I think we've just kind of, through our friendship, kind of all gotten a little more comfortable in our own skin, and it's okay to like dress in a button down one day and a dress the next, and like we can live in this duality and still be ourselves. So it's kind of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I always ask about tape collections. Do you have tape collections?
I have a few. I definitely do. Yeah,
I have like some local bands mostly.
Did you grow up listening to tapes or CDs or what?
I had tapes growing up. I don't know about these two, but I had a lot from my dad. So lots of like hair metal and Pink Floyd and
oh, that's so much cooler than me. I had like Backstreet Boys
stuff like that, and now it's more like I definitely had an Aqua cassette. I know I had that for sure.
Aqua's cool. That's like not painful.
I think the only cassette I ever had, I was like a very small child, and it had nursery rhymes because I'm a baby.
Aww.
So I missed the tapes thing. Yeah.
I used to just like making my own mixtapes, like listening to the radio and then recording songs I liked.
Oh yeah, absolutely that too. You had to try to get it before the commercial.
Yeah, unless it was a good commercial and you wanted to remember the commercial.
Oh my God, Nick.
Or you try and get it without the DJ talking over the music, over the first part of the music.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Oh, when they cut the song early? Oh, I really hate that.
Shows. How many shows have you played, or have you had a chance to play?
Quite a few.
Has anyone kept count?
Definitely not me. I don't know.
A lot of local shows, and then we did our first out of town show, and then COVID happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of out of town shows planned, actually.
Yeah. It's depressing to think about. Geez.
Yeah, it's been over a year now.
Yeah. We kind of, I think everyone just thought things would kind of be rolling again by now, but
Not yet.
Not the case. Not yet. Still waiting.
Do you have what is the most memorable show that you've played?
Oh man, I love them all.
It can be good or bad.
Is it the River and Sky one where everything gave up somehow?
Oh,
that we were all freezing.
Yeah, that's
like
the
that was rough.
summer summer, yeah, we did like a pre-filmed kind of set for River and Sky. It was only one song. But yeah, we just really messed it up. It was so bad. Like, and
Yeah. Like we started and my kick pedal like fell apart.
Oh no.
Like, yeah, so I didn't, nobody stopped. So I was like, do I just keep going or not? And I was just like kind of playing, like, but then like one person would stop and then another person would stop and then like nobody knew if we should. But like they were recording it, we could have just stopped and started over, but we didn't know how to
so
react.
nervous.
We were all like stage people where it's like if something goes wrong, you just keep going.
It had been like 6
Play through
months
it.
since we played a show.
Yeah.
We were all just kind of like nervous. But
Yeah.
it worked out. Like we got to
Yeah.
play again and they made us look way better than we thought we could have
Yeah.
sounded that day after everything that happened. So we're grateful for that.
Yeah.
It was a good lesson for us.
Yeah.
For sure. But I don't know. I feel like I just like every single show we play together. Like I feel
Yeah.
like we always get to play with like cool local bands and
Or out of town. They're all special. Shows are special.
Well,
and
Sudbury's a pretty good place for touring bands because it's if they do actually go up there, like it's on the way out of Ontario and stuff, so it's kind of a good place for touring bands to go through.
Yeah, like of small towns, we are the bigger of the smaller towns kind of thing. So
Mhm.
people actually like stop here sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Instead of, like,
pre-pandemic times we could go to shows like every single weekend. Like there was always something cool happening.
Cool. What about your future plans? Like you have the tape out now, which I'm assuming was recorded
year and a half ago.
how,
Yeah.
how long ago?
Maybe a year ago? Was it a
Okay,
year
yeah.
ago or a year and a half?
Year and a half for sure.
So have you been working on newer stuff? And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
able to
Some
write
songs
and
that
practice?
are like finished and a lot of like half-baked ideas or like, you know, things we're working on.
Yeah.
It's hard to do things in constant lockdown. So
Yeah.
Yeah. We're hoping though our full length will be out in this like year, hopefully, if things work out, because we have everything done and written, ready to go. We're eager. We're just waiting for all these restrictions to kind of settle down a bit to
yeah,
make it happen.
that's why we were
Um,
happy we could release this tape because we did record the music so long ago and
Mhm.
we just thought, like, okay, we'll start touring out of town and then maybe make a little money and maybe do a vinyl with these songs because there were a couple other ones we recorded, but obviously that didn't happen. And we were just like super grateful that Tarantula Tapes wanted to do a tape with us, and we could finally
And
have.
you had 4 of the songs up online already, correct?
Yeah.
On your Bandcamp?
Yeah.
And then you put an extra song on the tape?
Yeah, you can only listen to that song if you buy the tape.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
song is Jodie Foster?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a weird one.
Tell us about that one.
Okay.
How come it didn't get up with the other ones?
Because it's a surprise. Because
Okay.
we love playing that one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We just
It's like
love
a favorite live song, and I don't know
Yeah.
how well it translates when it's not played live, but
And the reason our stuff went online before a cassette is because it's just the way it happened, like with not being able to put out a physical release right away with everything. We just wanted to add like an extra thing as to why you would want a physical release of our music and not digital,
Yeah.
totally.
Well, you also get to hold it and look at it, and it's,
Yeah, that's true.
cool thing about tapes. You can pull it apart and look at it, and
Yeah.
Totally different than just listening to your songs. Like it feels very cool to have the actual physical thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you could like take the sleeve out and see like a cool little picture in there or something too.
Yeah,
if
Steph
you
did all
maybe
the
felt
art.
like it. I don't know.
Steph killed the artwork. She did such a great job.
Yeah.
who did that?
Our dear
Steph.
Steph.
I did
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's over here on mine.
Oh, I'm here. Yes.
You did all the artwork for all the stuff up online too, because each song had a different like cover sort
Yeah.
of thing to it. So you did all that stuff?
Yeah, and my partner helped a bit too. They're really good at that stuff. We kind of like collaborate on art a lot. So yeah. We thought it'd be fun to do like a different visual for each single too. So
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
I like all the details. You guys, we're very detailed in that.
my favorite is the boyfriend one, just because it's like this game that we like I had when I was a kid, or my friends had. It's like Dream Phone, where you like call. It's so lame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Especially when you don't like guys, you know. It's like this game where you're supposed to call this anyway. So.
Yeah, like, am I supposed to be enjoying this? Is everyone else having
Yeah.
Okay.
What about do you guys have t-shirts?
Yep.
Stickers, that sort of thing?
Mhm.
How do we get a hold of that stuff?
We're gonna set up a bank. Yeah. It used to just be at shows, but
yeah. Send us a message. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if people just message you through, you're on Facebook or no?
Just Instagram, actually.
Instagram, okay.
And our Bandcamp.
Girl Band. Yeah, and Bandcamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll send stickers and stuff too? Do you
Absolutely.
have stickers?
Yeah.
I need some stickers.
We'll send you some stickers.
Is there anything that I may have missed that you would like to talk about during this interview?
I don't know. Do you want us to talk more about music? I feel like we kept avoiding that.
Hey, if you want to, you can.
Sorry.
I'm a total music geek, so yeah, hit me.
I just feel like we like such different things. Like, I don't know. I grew up really like pop punk, but then like my dad listened to a lot of cool music. Like his favorite bands were like Rush and the Ramones and Devo. So like I got a lot of cool music from my dad, and like I was the 13-year-old listening to like the Runaways on like my Walkman when everyone else was listening to whatever. But yeah, so I feel like that was a big influence on me. And I went through a pretty huge breakup a couple years ago, and after that I found for a long time I could only listen to like a woman's voice singing.
Okay.
So I started getting into like Fiona Apple a lot. And
nice.
I discovered Babes in Toyland, which was so cool. I'd already listened to like Hole and like the Distillers.
We've covered that one Babes in Toyland song a lot.
Yeah, we used to cover that.
We used to play that.
Play what song?
Bruised
Violet.
Okay.
And well, even like when it was me, Kate, and Jesse in the band, our very first show was actually a cover show, and we did Hole covers. Yeah, definitely an influence. Sure.
Okay. I've also noticed maybe I don't know if you've heard them, Queen Adriana.
No.
It used to be it was the band after Daisy Chainsaw. It had the same singer and guitar player as that band, but some of the vocals in the second song, I forget what it's called, remind me of that a little bit.
Boyfriend?
Trying to think, yeah.
Oh, no.
Steph's got it, yeah.
Not Boyfriend, it's
Cool. I'll have to listen to it.
Oh, Angel.
Oh, Angel Baby.
Yeah. That
2.
song's kind of really different than the other ones.
Yeah, that's our moody tune.
It's what?
Yeah.
It's our moody
We
tune.
were going through a lot when we were writing that one, actually. All of us
Yeah.
were going through some shit. So it's definitely.
Oh, I really like that song. It's got a lot of different ranges in it, like tempos and just singing as well. Like, I don't know.
I think I personally, for that one, I was very influenced, I think, by Sonic Youth.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Kim.
Yeah.
Cool Thing. I think I was listening to Cool Thing a lot. Love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fiona Apple. Like I was listening to Fiona Apple a lot when I was writing that, so that probably came through in the writing a bit.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like
I can see that.
but just
Oh no, but like,
like I'm not saying that. Don't think that. Just influenced, of course.
yeah, well, you hear something and it's like, oh, I really like that. I would like to maybe try and do something like that. I hear stuff like that all the time and try and
Cool.
do different ideas and whatever.
Yeah, I
right?
feel like that's the best part about listening to new music is you're so inspired to create, not like you're copying or your own version, but yeah, it does inspire for sure.
Yeah, it gives you a something different that you might not have heard before, I guess.
Really.
Different way to express things, I guess.
I'm glad
Okay.
you like it. I know for
Yeah.
me, when I was writing the guitar like parts and stuff, like I was really channeling like the more grunge side of me that I loved like growing up. Like I was really into like grunge and like,
Mhm.
okay, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but like who didn't like the soundtrack to like Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Like that's how I found a lot of my bands when I was like 13
Yes.
or 14, you know? But just saying like that rawness that grunge has where you just like throw it all out on the floor like in front of
Mhm.
like that's kind of like what I was going for anyways when we were writing that. But
I think you do a good job of doing that in general when you play guitar.
I like rawness. That's why I really love the Pixies, like Frank Black, the way he performs, like he just doesn't give a fuck, and I love that. Like, you know, he doesn't care if he doesn't sing good or in pitch. He's just doing it. Like,
Yeah,
it's about the performance, you know.
it's the moment.
Yeah,
It's what you're going through at the moment and
I'm a big fan of
how
that.
you express
so.
that. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I get that totally. Probably my absolute favorite song off of it is "Shut Up," and it's just so catchy, and you just it's really
I'm glad
I
you like
really
it.
It's a
like
fun
it.
time.
I'm kind of a sucker for sort of poppy sounding things that are nasty.
Yes.
Like it's because you have this kind of you're just like this bit of meanness on it. So,
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
it's still like really, it's almost sweet and poppy sounding. But then you're like, "Arr, shut the fuck up."
I'm glad you like that. Thank you for seeing that in us. We are
Yeah.
sweet and poppy, but also disgusting. So
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say
That's the goal.
disgusting, but
it's okay.
We want that actually.
you seem nice to me.
We are. We're nice unless you piss us off, and then we write "shut up" about you. Like, oh,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. No, that song's special because it was the first song that we wrote, like the four of us together in the band.
Oh,
Just
okay.
purely us four. So yeah, that was cool. I think that set the tone for like what we wanted to be as a band. That song.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's true.
Yeah.
It was us like standing up for ourselves, and I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you have to. People need to be told to shut up.
Yeah, especially people who tell you how to play guitar when
Oh my
you
God.
for your whole life write stuff.
Oh, the worst.
That's
Yeah.
You
It
know
was a
what?
pretty solid song to be the first one to make with like girls. The first time I played music with all girls, I'm like, oh, we're all pissed off. Cool. It's all of us. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for answering my questions.
Thanks for
And
having us.
I hope to see you live soon.
I hope for
Hopefully
that
you
as
can make
well.
it to Barrie, or we can
Yes.
make it out to Sudbury or whatever.
We'll come to Barrie.
Oh
somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're itching to get out.
We're
of
there.
Yeah. I think everybody's itching to get out.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's going to be a mad dash to the clubs, I think.
I love that. I can't wait. I'm gonna like not work for a whole month. I'm just gonna go out every single night. Can't wait.
Okay, well, thank you, and good luck with everything.
Thanks,
With your
Glenn.
next recording.
Mhm.
Thanks.